So I'm standing here with Katie Smythe. Thank you so much for meeting us after your class. And you're the artistic director of New Ballet Ensemble. And how long have you all been an organization here?
Well, we moved into this building in November of 2006, and at first we were in the Ice House on Central Avenue, and we started there in 2002. So we've been around for a while, but we've been over here in Cooper Young since 2006.
And you totally had to renovate this building, am I correct?
It was a complete renovation. It was basically just a concrete block shell with no electricity, hardly any plumbing, no guts. And but it was a good shell, and so we took this box, and that's what a ballet studio needs: is high ceilings, big open spaces. So now out of this one big rectangle, we created 3 beautiful studios, large studios. 65.5 feet by 45 feet is the largest studio.
And how many square feet do you all have in this location?
Well, now that we built a mezzanine for offices in our wonderful Pilates studio, we have 14,500 square feet.
Wow. And what are the different classes that the community can come in and take?
Well, it depends on the age, of course. And so we have, if you're talking about adults, we have adult hip hop. We have adult ballet, we have adult modern and flamenco, and for children we have everything. Creative movement starting at ages 3, 4, 5, 6, ballet 1, ballet 2, 3, 4, 5, intermediate and advanced. And as the children come daily, by the time they're in intermediate and advanced, this is a daily after-school activity for young people. The parents are pretty hip to what's going on, and they don't need to watch quite as much. We have 8 professional dancers and teachers on staff. Our professional dancers are also our teaching staff, and they're constantly training and going through professional development for teaching. Mandy Puzzle, who teaches creative movement and ballet 1 and 2, has her degree in dance and goes away every summer to study the creative arts, because young people should grow up in a very creative environment where there's improvisation and play. When a child is very, very young and their bones are soft, parents all want their dancers to take ballet at age 3. They need to be in creative movement. They need to be exposed to skipping and music and coordination and mind-body coordination, but not necessarily classical ballet that you might see an 8-year-old beginning. So we really try to educate parents as well as children as to what's developmentally appropriate for their child.
And I also read that you all are a nonprofit. Tell me a little bit about why you decided to make the school a nonprofit.
Well, when I started the school in Memphis, I didn't want to replicate anything that was already here. So I tried to look for what's needed. Obviously, there was a big, wonderful ballet company, Ballet Memphis, and they had a certain geographic location and a certain constituency and lots of success. And I wanted to make sure that we carved our own niche. It was more than that, because growing up, my parents were highly involved in public service organizations and human service organizations, and it was just bred into me that this would be my path. And ballet, so well, what do? You put those two things together and you say there is a certain segment of our population that has not had access to excellence in training.
Well, it makes you stand out, I would think, from other, schools in the community. And also, I think you all go out to schools and do performances and things like that.
Our 8 professional dancers perform for over 30,000 people a year.
Wow.
I mean, and that includes Opera Memphis. We performed 8 operas over the last 4 years with Opera Memphis, and very grateful for that partnership. Performed for the Memphis Grizzlies, NBA halftime at the Knicks, so that's a lot of hits right there. But also, yes, young children in city and private schools. We perform at a wonderful multicultural Peter and the Wolf. we perform our nut remix, which is our urban multicultural nutcracker. We have African in our nutcracker. Our nutcracker takes place on Beale Street. And all of our students are part of the Nutcracker. From age 7 and up, every child has an opportunity to be in the Nut Remix at GPAC.
Now, I think that you might be able to teach me something today. Is that possible, maybe?
Sure.
A little impromptu ballet course.
And your third finger and thumb should come more closely together. It's as if you have a ring on every finger. There, that's beautiful. Good. And you face me and you're parallel, so we're going to turn out. This is bras bas, and in French that means arm below.
Okay.
En bas, below.
En bas.
And first position. Good, thumb in. Put that little thumb in. Good. And plie, knees out over your toes. And come up. Good. And you can carry your arm up to fifth, but follow it with your eyes and nose. Up, up, up. Look up, look up, look up. Good. And carry it to the side and look out to the side. And then come back to the front. You're a pro. Very good. Bravo.
I need a clapping audience.
I'll clap for you.
Well, thank you, Katie. I so appreciate it.
Thank you.